What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, ladies? What's up? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? If you have children, how are your children doing? If you have a husband, I guess how's your husband doing? I am your nosy neighbor lady. This is your nosy neighbor lady show, and it's a comment that went viral on Twitter, and it's about the child-free black women to me, because this was a black woman that said it, and I wanted to read those comments. But we just did a child-free video, kind of, but it was, why do people not want black women having kids or women having kids? And this one is specifically why black women don't want black women having kids, and like this cheap thrill that they get out of shaming y'all. And y'all know I'm a baby mama many times over, baby dads, many of them. Ain't no shame in my game. If this is my life purpose, to tell y'all don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, okay? Hell to the no, no, no. To the no, no, no. No, no, no. Okay? Single motherhood is hard, but this the girl. When y'all bragging about having no kids, I be expecting to see six businesses. No, wait, let me start over, because I got to say it like how she was saying it. When y'all brag about having no kids, I be expecting to see businesses, cars, trips, six-figure salaries, master's degrees, etc. But y'all be having nothing, no kids, and absolutely nothing after that. And it was so funny. Somebody said, y'all kids don't be having no dad though. And she say, they kids don't. Mine have a great dad, but she did this emoji. But mine have a great dad. So you're hoping that he's a great dad? It's more to that story. But we'll do great dads forever in the black community, in the fatherless black community. But for me, it's just like women not wanting other women to have kids. Despising women who are child free, or, well, because I don't want y'all to have kids. But for me, being vain, it's the stretch marks. They want y'all to have stretch marks on y'all stomach and y'all breasts. Ain't nothing wrong with them on your breasts. Sometimes they grow, sometimes they get little, I don't know. But I think it's the access to opportunities that other black women are jealous of. And we have black women hate in our community and self-hate in our community. And it's the freedom. One girl did say that. Let me see what the comments. The freedom, I think. The freedom to opportunity. The freedom of time. The freedom of you all not having to. Matter of fact, this girl, not the Coochie Mama. That's her name, Coochie Mama K. We is not talking about that today. But don't be mad, because we can get up when we want, eat out when we want. Don't got to worry about extra clothing and school items. Go out when we want. Kids are cool, but every parent I come across tells me don't have them yet. And this one say, y'all be having kids and none of that ish. No man, no money, no kid, just kids. So what are we talking about? This is a man. And it's so funny that when men don't have kids, it's considered a flex, when really it's a whole lie. It's just the kids he don't tell you about. And it's so funny, when men do it, it's okay, and when women do it, it's not. Because back when I was younger, in my 20s and stuff, women always wanted men without kids. And me, I never cared if they had kids or not, but the guy that I thought that I would eventually end up with would have kids, so I would have to accept his kids and he would have to accept my kids. And I also kind of feel like, I don't know if it's true or not, but I always kind of feel like a man who take care of his kids and responsible with his children is not a pedo, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying there's of course there's exceptions to every rule, but I always felt like if he took care of his kids, that he would not be that. That's one of the greatest fears. That's what kept me single for so long. That's why I don't want nobody in my house. Never really wanted anybody in my house having children. I just don't want no man over my kids. And you just don't know what's in these men's minds. But she was like, if you mad at the decision you made in life, just say that, because this hater-ish is weird. And to me, it's very weird. It's giving off, what are the benefits? Even if you have children and they become this or that, you won't know till 18 to 20 years later. And that's not even so they graduate. If you go to 4 years and actually push through and get through 4 years, that's 22 or something. And then you still got to find a job. Then you still need a car, still need a house. So it's like kids are not guaranteed. And one thing you all have taught me on here is that kids are people too. Kids are people too. And being old school and from an old school mom, y'all know my mom is in her 60s. She had me at 27. So I got a lot of old school thinking processes. And it's just like, they are individuals. When people say kids are individuals, they are. They're going to choose what they want to do with their life. And I'm learning that with teenagers. And some of it I can't control. When they were young, you ain't worried about what happened because you know they're at the daycare. You know they're at school. It's not even a safe place anymore. But this one say, and when y'all brag about having kids, I expect a husband too. But where your husband, girl? Struggling with no kids is better than struggling with kids, which I believe is true. And sounds like more reasons not to have kids. That's so funny. If you don't have anything, why would you encourage kids to these people so that more kids can grow up in poverty and disadvantage? To make it make sense, I think a lot of these men are pandering because they lost the gender war in real life. They might have won online, but they lost in real life. Somebody put, we paying these high A taxes for your kids' education and health care. You're welcome. If that's a black man, he don't work. I know there's not a black man. But they be pandering. They got the game and gone because black men have always did what black women done and get money for it. Black men have always done that, and it's just funny to see them doing that. And this girl say, like, if that's your only accomplishment, that's sad. There's a birth rate decline, so it's quite normal to be childless in your 20s. Please use that free time wisely and achieve something to look back on. And I think that's very true. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that too, women, just as women being competitive and stuff, I think they mad because y'all market rate value is higher. You know, when the men talk about market rate value or rating women or whatever, I don't just think all of that stuff is true, but there's some truth to it. Like who you can attract, who you can be with, what type of man you have access to. And there's some men who don't have children, who don't want women with children. But see, when women said they don't want to date men with children, they were bad. You know what I'm saying? But when a man said it's okay. And it's just so funny because you never really heard of these things in the world before this. That's what makes this so baffling to my mind and so fascinating to me. Like this video if you can. I need the likes. But it just makes it that much more fascinating. I didn't know how much people shun and harass people who didn't have kids. But you know, not having kids was linked to being barren or something was wrong with you. And one girl brought up a really good point when she said that, you know, motherhood is not defined, womanhood is not defined by motherhood. And I thought that was really, really like profound, because it's just like, it's the control of your body, the control of your life. And they know that your dreams do fall to the wayside when you have children. I was still able to go to school with my children, but would I have a bachelor's degree if I didn't? Y'all know me. I think my kids saved my life. Every time they came, I was in something that made me do something. Like my first relationship was abusive. I got out because I didn't want my daughter to see that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? My second kid, dad was a terrible cheat, and I kept going to the clinic and had numerous kids across St. Louis. So when I had a kid, I got away from him because he wasn't the type of guy to help me or buy Pampers or buy milk or anything, and he just wanted sex. So I was able to be like, okay, bye, thanks for having me, I had a great time. So then my last kid, I had been knowing him since I was like 17. Just who knew we would have a baby years later, trying to be in a real relationship. Boo. But he wanted that kid, and he always wanted the boy, so that's what it was. But whereas he, in another state, we can't have a civilized conversation. That's the $26 a month guy. But it's just like the fact that women want to oppress other women. Can kids be considered oppression? Yeah, oppressing your life, oppressing your dreams, oppressing your goals. You know, you have to pay for childcare and hairdos and haircuts. But the one girl said, I don't know why y'all be so offended that someone don't have kids. And it got to be y'all beauty, and y'all stay looking younger longer. Your bodies look better longer. Kids do age some women, and as black women being so beautiful for so long as we are, I just think women are just jealous and envious. Like, and you know, we suffer from that. We talk about that here. The freedom of not having to find a babysitter. You know what I'm saying? That's what somebody's saying. When y'all talk about having kids, I be expecting y'all to have the same stuff and maybe even a husband or a house. And it's just like, what did we do with our life? Even I saw a video where a girl was like, men ruin your life on TikTok. And I thought about, did they ruin my life and stop my dreams? I still had dreams and was able to grind on and keep going, but it was so hard. It was so hard. Like, even now in my 30s, I'm like all drained out. That's why I think it is hard. It's very crucial that in your 20s you grind, because, you know, I didn't do as much as I could have or should have, or I felt like I could have, but I did so much that I'm still able to live comfortably. I'm still able to go to somebody's job and get a good little job. Like, I'm still able to function in the world, you know, but it's because I didn't let having children, this wood pop, I don't know why I touched it. I didn't let having children stop me. But not saying you should do that, because see, they will tell you, I got kids, you can do this anyway, you got kids, but that's the superwoman, black woman stuff. You a superwoman, girl. You can do all kind of stuff with just God grace. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, it's very hard. It's very hard. So I think that women who want to continue to do this, they're just haters, and you just gotta brush your shoulders off, girl, because they just hating on your swag. That's what it boiled down to. And it's the freedom. If you got a man wanna take you on vacation, if you got a girls trip you wanna go on, you don't have to plan for work. You don't have to you don't have to plan for kids. You don't have to plan for work. All you gotta do is pay your little bills up before you go, and come back and find a new job, or hope your old job take you back. Because if they got vacation time and you don't have vacation time, you ain't got to worry about paying your bills like that, because you're not doing electricity for other people. You're not doing internet for other people. You're not doing gas and heat for the other people. Like, even I was thinking, like, if I was a single girl, like in the summer, would I really need air conditioning on if I'm not at work? That would be saving money. I wouldn't need air conditioning on. I could go suck up somebody else's air who like me and not ever cut on my air. Now the heat different, but you know what I'm saying? It's just, I just think y'all need to brush y'all shoulders off and keep it moving and not worry about what they gotta say and how they feel. Y'all should continue to check these women online. I think that women just want y'all to suffer, and it's children suffering. It is when they're at the hospital. It is when they getting bullied. It is when they doing stuff you can't control. It is when, you know, stuff happen to them that you can't control, and you got to explain stuff to them. Or am I being a good parent? Am I being a bad parent? Do they have enough time? Will they have values? Will they have morals? Will they go to jail? Will they be like they dad and them side and go to jail and criminality? And I'm not going to act like I didn't, my kids' dads aren't criminals. One not. He worked all his life, but yeah. The other two, criminals. You know what I'm saying? And you can say I was attracted to criminals. I wasn't. It was just the circumstances. My second kid, Dad, I wanted to get out of my mama's house. I didn't want to live with my mama. And we went. And after we broke up, I was pregnant. But which was all the tales of my relationships. When it was time to break up or come to an end, I got pregnant. Every time. And when y'all say anchor baby, it got to be some truth to it. When women come on here and say, when you try to leave, he gonna try to get you pregnant, it's a truth in my life. So it got to be true. Because when I got pregnant with my second kid, I was in my little apartment and I had my daughter, and I had moved in a little apartment. We had broke up a little bit before that, but was still kind of messing around. I was at my mom's house, but next thing you know, I was pregnant. He came in my apartment a few times. A few, and I was pregnant. I still remember that night. Girl, me and my boyfriend went to go see some man strippers, girl. That was a crazy night. Well, anyway, another story, another day. We'll do that in the live. But I just feel like just keep on rolling, keep on doing it, keep on doing what you're doing, girl. Because a lot of girls, too, what they do is be friends and keep each other kids, too. And some women, just thinking about it, I wouldn't have been friends with if I didn't have kids. Our commonality was that we had children. We weren't necessarily into the same things like that or going on the same routes or the same paths. It's because I had kids and they had kids and our kids played together. So, and I think it definitely can impact the company you keep. You know what I'm saying? The people you're around, because you be with people who are like you. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like if I would have went off to college, I would have had some money and a career, but I just, you can't change your life. So regretting having kids, I think in my life they served the purpose it was supposed to. I met God. I went to church for my kids. I didn't care nothing about no church like that. I went for my kids. Yeah, I went to church when I was young, of course, but I wasn't in the church. I went with my aunt or my grandma. And then the time me and my mom and our family went to a church and belonged to a church. And religion has been a big part of my life. But I know that if I didn't have kids, I never would have went. No. And I'm not saying I regret that. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I felt like he got me through the times it needed to get me through. And actually, even thinking about the Lord and differently, and then on being on the fence with God, that's due to my daughter. She told me she's an atheist. She said, I don't believe all that. One day she told, and blew my mind. We kind of got into it over that. But now where I'm at, my belief is fading. So my kids had a purpose. I'm not saying you should have kids to find purpose. I'm just glad that mine kept me going and grinding. I think that I would have been very self-destructive. I say that all the time. Just coming from where I come from, seeing what I've seen, I think I would have been self-destructive for sure. But I would have had some money. I know I would have had some money. But City Girls up 2 times. I don't know. Wait, I heard somebody say something like, I don't know where they came from. Just X that part out the video, but stay beautiful, innovative, creative, and stay beautiful and smart. And just do your part to live your best life and invest in yourself. And I will see you on the flip side, on the dip side. And have a good day. Bye.